Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Bick's Pops, and today I got some DBZ stuff from my DBZ fans. I'm super keen to get into it, and yeah, let's just do it. Alrighty, so as I just said, we got DBZ, super keen. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. We have a really cool Thomas Shelby Chase for giveaway for our subscribers once we hit 250 subscribers. And then we have some pretty cool things to follow. So just wanted a quick reminder, if you're new, just hit a subscribe. If you like it, leave a comment if you want to see some different types of pops or what you're interested in. I really am interested, guys. I'm always happy for a chat. So yeah. Without further ado, we'll jump right into it with one of the last pops, I think, for our SDCC haul. We're going to start off from Naruto. We have Gaara here. And yeah, this one's pretty cool. I got him for a good price. This one is quite similar to the original Gaara. Very similar mold with all the sand hanging out. It feels like more of just an updated mold where they could have added it in for the SDCC. Fits in with the rest of the line here, and yeah, obviously Gaara with this sand power is really powerful. It reminds me always of the fight against Guy, and yeah, that was a really cool moment for any Naruto fans. They'll know what I'm talking about. And you'll probably wonder, that's not DBZ. I know, I only had 2 pops quickly, just I thought I'd show you guys before we get all into the DBZ stuff that I have. But yeah, there's Gaara, quickly get him done. And then onto our first chase of the video, first of 4. This one isn't from DBZ, but is from Black Clover and anime. One that I know a few people are after. It's Secre, and there she is. Super happy with this one. A lot of people have been on the hunt for this one. The common is pretty cool. But yeah, I really like the chase here. It's not crazily different, but alas, it is different. And yes, there she is with her grimoire, which is the magic book for those who aren't aware. And you can see on the back a few of the other pops from the line as well. But yeah, we have Secre here, the chase. So yeah, definitely can't complain. Another chase is always welcome to my collection. We have some other Black Clover stuff behind me, but yeah, it's starting to add up now. And yeah, definitely feel like I should probably give this anime more of a chance. I started it and then just sort of got caught up with other animes and whatnot, and yeah, I feel like it's probably worth a redo. So here we go, Black Clover. All right. Now, finally, we're on to the DBZ stuff. All right, we're going to start off with something from GT. Anyone that doesn't know, GT was a non-canon show that was essentially tacked onto the end of DBZ. And essentially it follows basically right after the tournament and leads into a completely different storyline with different villains and different transformations and all this sort of stuff. And it's sort of right now is just kept in its own little corner. A lot of people still like it, but yeah, non-canon. It doesn't affect any other part of the show. It's literally like the DBZ movies in that, yeah, they are sort of self-contained stories, but separate away from our normal line. Whereas for My Hero, for example, those movies are canon, and even though they're not consequential to the story, they still are technically a part of the verse and are used in discussions and are still relevant because they are did technically happen, where GT didn't, if that really makes sense. So the first one we'll just get into from GT, one for my partner. This one is Super Baby, the second version. This one's really cool. Basically, yeah, the fused with Vegeta on this one, so Baby Vegeta as it's known, but really we just moved up to Super Baby on his second transformation, so really cool. I'm not a massive fan of GT, like I like some of the early stuff and especially the Super Saiyan 4 transformations, but my partner really did love this arc and this villain, so definitely had to get this one for the collection. And you'll, yeah, notice I don't really have many of the GT pumps. So definitely almost one of the ones that I do have. Anyone that was wondering or does like GT, there is the line on the back there. You can see the rest of them. But otherwise, yep, Super Baby, second transformation. It sort of reminds me for the new popular game that's come out that I got myself, Sparkling Zero. Anyone that played the Budokai Tenkaichi series through like PlayStation 2, this is essentially the current version of that. So I know you had your Dragon Ball fighters and your different crossovers and stuff like that, but this is probably the closest to the Tenkaichi series that to date. And yeah, really good game if anyone hasn't played it. It's definitely different to all the other ones that have come out, like Kakarot, the fighting's different and that. Definitely different to Dragon Ball Fighters and especially Jump Force. All those sort of ones that came out, way different. Really, I guess, lore accurate. It's got its own cool fight scenes, and yeah, it's just a really good game. Anyone that wants to try it, definitely give it a go, especially if you're a fan. All the different characters in it, like over 100, especially with all the transformations. It's quite a good game. You have all these different storylines. You can create your own stories, like what if series almost. It is quite cool. But yes, there we go. GT, super baby. All right, now onto some stuff that is actually canon and consequential. We'll start off with, yeah, actually, all of these ones coming up are from the new Dragon Ball Super series, superhero movie. And yeah, I had to get these ones. I watched this one when it came out in the cinema. I really did like the movie. And then when it came out on, streaming services, Crunchyroll, I gave it another watch and I was just like, yeah, no, this is pretty cool. So the first one that we got from that series is actually the main villain, and that is, of course, Cell Max. Super powerful. It took a team of our heroes, plus a couple of the androids to take this big boy down. It would have been really cool to have this one in a deluxe or a bigger pop, since he was literally a giant. But Cell Max, as by the name, is really cool. Super powerful. You'll see the rest of the line on the back there, but a bit of a spoiler, so I won't go too crazy. There it is. Into our next one, which is the two androids I was struggling to think of. We have Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 here. Gamma 1, Gamma 2. These guys are both really powerful. I don't want to spoil anything about the characters because one of them is really just for the movie, and that's about as much spoilery as I'm going to get. But the other one will be probably in the show moving forward. Of course, the new show Diama just started, which is almost like GT, where it takes place after Z, but this one's actually Akira Toriyama's last work of Dragon Ball. So they essentially, this one is canon now. It's on Netflix and Crunchyroll for anyone that wants to see. And essentially, yeah, it's just the newest thing. I do want them to keep going with Super, as the Tournament of Power arc and all that sort of stuff was really crazy. And I know that with Black Frieza and all these other villains and new heroes, it's really interesting, especially in the manga, and I'm keen to see it come to animation. But for now, we just got the new superhero movie with these two powerful androids, both in a really cool pose. These guys are real superheroes. If anyone hasn't seen the movie, I definitely recommend it. Pretty cool characters here, 1 and 2, and we'll move on. We have a couple left now. I didn't really worry about getting the commons for these, and I know that's a bit of a spoiler, but we have 2 chases coming up now. Basically, both of the main heroes for the story. So anyone that knows Dragon Ball has probably heard of your Goku and your Vegeta and things of that nature. And they're actually not really in this movie, only subtly on Beerus's planet training. The main movie is actually based around Gohan and Piccolo. And the first 2 chases I have, or the second and third chase I have for today, first one is Super Gohan, Super Saiyan Gohan in his cape, powering up. This one's actually from basically the final fight scene when he's about to fight the Gammas. I don't want to get too much into it, but yeah, he basically powers up to Super Saiyan 2. This one is a chase box, so you can see the gold hair. You're probably wondering what the chase aspect is, and yeah, this one is a chase box. So the common for this one is he's not powered up into Super Saiyan. He's literally got his black hair, and he's basically in the same pose with normal black eyes, and this one he's powered up, ready to go. So this one's a really cool chase. And then with him comes our Piccolo chase, and this one is really cool as well. This one's another glow-in-the-dark chase for our Dragon Ball line. I have a few glow-in-the-dark chases behind me. Vegeta, Buu, Goku, 2 of them. And yeah, this one's really cool. So the common for this one is there's actually no base. So the base is removable, which is really cool. And yeah, the common for this one is basically just the figure. There's only literally one difference. There's a little, like, almost not lightning, but like energy glow wrapping around his legs. And that if you took the 2 figures, common and chase, that would be the only difference, because the base is removable, so you can put the base with other pops. So even though this Gohan has a base, like for example, I could put Piccolo's chase base, if I took it out of box, which I'm not going to, behind Gamma, and it would look like Gamma's all powered up and everything. So it's definitely a new thing Funko's doing, where most of the bases, like even with this Gohan, it's actually attached to the figure and it's all one piece. But this one is detachable, and you can add with other things if you're a display nerd. And yeah, really cool with Orange Piccolo here. Really cool moment. Anyone that hasn't seen it, this is Piccolo's newest big transformation, and he does get quite powerful, and is part of the reason, a big part of the reason that Cell Max was actually defeated. So Orange Piccolo and Super Saiyan Gohan here. Boom, boom. And now we finish with Gohan's new transformation, something that was for the movie only. It's the only time it's been seen. It's very, very cool. One of my favorite transformations, outside of a couple little, you know, discrepancies I have around training and all this sort of stuff. Undoubtedly one of the more powerful transformations in the show. So we'll start off with our Funko Shop edition Gohan Beast doing his, Piccolo's special beam cannon. So really, really cool. And then that one's followed by the Glow Chase Beast Gohan as well. This one is awesome. So the common is the exact same figure as the Chase. So yeah, the Glow Chase really just glows is the only difference from the common. Unlike the Piccolo, where there is actually a distinguishable difference with the base and, you know, the little bit of energy around his leg. Just something to note. But super happy with these two. I really love the energy coming off. You can't really see because it's in box, but the side profile definitely shows all of that energy coming off his finger. And yeah, really cool with that. And then obviously our Glow Chase with him powering up finally into that mode. I don't want to spoil what really sets him off, but it's something similar to the Cell Saga. If you guys will remember, anyone that hasn't seen, Gohan was one of the first, well actually the first person in the whole entire verse to reach Super Saiyan 2. So Goku obviously reached Super Saiyan 1 first on versing Frieza, and then in the Cell Saga, Gohan was pushed over the line, and his human side essentially fueled the accelerated growth of him, and all of his emotion was let out, and he reached Super Saiyan 2. Then he was able to defeat Cell, and it was really, really cool. With a little bit of help, but essentially that's how it happened. Something similar happens here, where he needs to go and reach a new level. Something happens, and he essentially reaches it into this brand new form, not seen before, Gohan Beast. So it definitely makes you wonder if Trunks and Goten have the potential to reach Beast, or if it's specifically Gohan. I'd definitely be inclined to believe they would, as it is, I believe, exclusive only to human Saiyan forms. So that would definitely include Trunks and Goten as well. But yeah, super happy with these two. We'll get the other ones out. This is pretty crazy, guys. 3 chases from the movie. We got a big villain here and a couple of Gammas. What else do you reckon? I can't complain. DBZ fans, rejoice. We're here. Bick's Pops, and I'll see you in the next one.